The vote to recall San Francisco DA Chesa Boudin marking a major victory for anti-crime advocates. And my next guest is leading a new campaign against progressive prosecutors, tweeting this: "Eliminating criminal justice is not criminal justice reform. Honored to serve as chairman of Protecting America's Action Fund, a new group standing up to left-wing liberal prosecutors who refuse to enforce the law and prioritize public safety," end quote. Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares is with me now. Sir, welcome back here. Listen, we know what we've heard what's happening in San Francisco. We know what's going on here in Manhattan. What's happening in Virginia?
Yeah, I mean, I think what happened in California is California's got mugged by reality, and they roundly rejected this criminal first, victim last mindset. We had that referendum in Virginia last year. A lot of Virginians saw a sky-high murder rate because they had some of these misguided policies. They say the only thing you learn from history is nobody learns from history. We decided to bring back a lot of these horrific 1970s era reforms of cashless bail, early release of violent offenders. Not surprisingly, led to a crime explosion. You see it everywhere it's been tried. Happened in Virginia, happened in New York, happened in San Francisco. So that's why I'm the honorary chairman of this new group, Protecting America's Action Fund, because we want to elect prosecutors that actually want to enforce the rule of law and want to care about the victims. That's our goal. That's our mission. And I like to say Virginia is not a red state or a blue state. We're a common sense state. People want leaders that are going to stand with police, and they're going to want district attorneys that are actually going to prosecute violent criminals and get them off our streets. And so we encourage this debate. We enjoy it because we think it highlights such a great disparity between how we view the world, which is standing with police and victims, and how the other side is viewing the world, which is somehow the criminals are the victims. The people that should have fear are the law breaking, not the law abiding. And in too many of our communities, that's who has fear right now when they go out their front door. We want to stand with them and make sure they feel like they live in a safe community.
So let me ask you this about, okay, thank you for explaining all that. When they try to change the different categories of crime, what is the effect of that? They tried in San Francisco, they're trying in New York, and you suggest Northern Virginia, suburbs of Washington, they're trying it there as well.
Well, what it is the rest of us are paying for the law breaking. You go to your local CVS, you're basically, even household toiletries, people are stealing soap, shampoo, deodorant. All of that cost is going to the people that follow the law and play by the rules. And it's the law breaking that are getting away with it. And what they've realized, these left-wing special interest groups that have elected these DAs, they realize, hey, I don't need to elect a left-wing governor or a left-wing assembly or state house. I can just elect district attorneys in certain categories that will essentially nullify entire categories of crime. They say we're not going to prosecute larceny-related crimes. They're going to reduce robbery charges. And that's what we've seen. We've seen in Northern Virginia several of these progressive prosecutors that say wherever possible, we're going to reduce from a felony to a misdemeanor. And it makes people feel less safe. So the reality is they are substituting their judgment for their own governor and their own General Assembly or their state house. And that's leading, predictably, to an explosion in crime in some of these communities.
Okay, last point here then. Many think the tide is turning because of the vote in San Francisco. Do you think that's true, or do we know yet?
Oh, it is turning. When close to 60% of the most liberal blue city in the country vote to recall. And what's most amazing, if you look where those numbers are, the recall numbers were the strongest to recall this left-wing district attorney in working class neighborhoods with high Latino and Asian American populations. They overwhelmingly want safe streets. They want to stand with police. And so, you know, we're having a crisis of epidemic proportions in America of police leaving the force. A big reason when you talk to police is they don't feel like local district attorneys have their back. That's why I'm Protecting America's Action Fund is going to be electing district attorneys that do have their back.
We'll see whether or not you can be successful with that. Thank you, sir. We'll continue to follow it. It's a big deal all across the country. The AG in Virginia, Jason Miyares. Thank you, sir, for coming back today.
Thank you.